It's very hard to follow what Brian had to say because it's so true. And he mentioned my name, selling a business that has no profits, but you see the owner driving a $150,000 car, and you're wondering, okay, with no profits, how did you get to pay for the car cash, right? So we see a lot of war stories, but I'm not going to bore you with what we see on the field every day, because it is a jungle out there for our profession, and let's hope this thing works. I didn't need an introduction because I wanted to use this as an introduction. No one knows me very well in this group. I know people, but no one knows me to the level that I can explain myself. So I hope you're going to join the next 8, 7, 50, 49 seconds. I guess I already started. So, I'm coming from 16 years of business banking and commercial banking and junior M&A. Worked with bigger names. Some of them left the industry. Lehman Brothers. It's a wonderful career with them. Then Bank of America, SunTrust, and Wells Fargo. I was either commercial banker or junior M&A. Bunch of awards I've been getting since I started back in 2014 in Transworld. I opened my own office in 2014, and then that's the address. That's where we actually operate from. This is a clip that someone professional did it for us, and it will tell you more about who we are, what we do.
Here's an update from Transworld Business Advisors.
Jon Roman is in business to help you sell your business, franchise your business, or help you buy a new franchise or existing business. Jon is your Transworld business broker for Atlanta North. Jon and his agents have helped pair hundreds of buyers and sellers in all the major industries. He also has a dedicated office staff assisting buyers searching for their businesses, franchise or independent. Selling your business is one of the most emotional transactions you will be involved in. It is a mix of art and science that rarely follows the same recipe. We offer the special ingredients that will successfully bring you and a buyer together, says Jon Roman of Transworld Business Advisors. Before joining Transworld, Jon spent 16 years in the commercial banking sector, helping thousands of people establish, acquire, and fund their businesses and properties. Additionally, Jon started, acquired, as well as sold his own businesses. Now 40 years old, Transworld is the fastest growing business brokerage in the world, with more than 400 business brokers and over 3,000 businesses for sale. To learn more about how Jon Roman and Transworld Business Advisors help businesses and the community, go to tworld.com/Atlanta North.
To learn more about Jon Roman and Transworld Business Advisors of Atlanta North, go to tworld.com/Atlanta North. Call 404-666-4486 or email jroman@tworld.com.
These are the Romans, and we decided to have the Romans. And look at my daughter's face. I asked her if she wants to become a business broker, and that was her response. I guess no words are needed, but I could not figure out another better picture than being in Rome with the Romans. But my wife Laura, my daughter Emma, and then my son Ryan. These are my team. This is my team. So basically, like David's saying every morning, he does part of the job, but the rest is done by the other members of the group. Same thing in my world. I don't do much when it comes to direct involvement with a client. These are the people that help me on a daily basis. The staff, the office staff, the buyer advisors, the franchise consultants, the agents in the field who are seeing, at least 20, 30 sellers every week. And obviously I have my trust with them, and we've been working together for the past 3-4 years. This is a very successful agent now. This interview was taken in 2015 when he joined my group. He used to be a buyer rep. Now he's a full business broker, and he deals with a lot of sellers. But back then, he was actually a buyer's agent, and I'll let him speak about what we do as a buyer's agent.
I'm glad that you're here to learn a little bit more about business brokerage, about the process of buying a business and selling a business. I'm going to get started talking about the buying process, and then Jon's going to hop in and talk about selling a business. To get started about buying the business, I'll say that it is a hard process, but we are here for you. And the first thing that we'll do is we'll sit down with you, we'll have a cup of coffee, and we'll educate you on the marketplace, what to expect from the business and what to expect from the process. From there, we'll learn a little bit about you, what you want out of a business, how much money you want to put into it, how much time you want to put into it, and everything in between. We'll learn about all that and we'll set up a criteria. From that criteria, we'll get you to the next step, which is the business quest. That can take many months, it can take many weeks, or it can take just a few days. But with somebody like me in your corner, or any other of the Transworld Business Advisors agents, we'll make the process a little bit more easy. After we negotiate, then this is the really important part, which is the due diligence period. We see businesses every single day, and we know what the red flags are. So with somebody like us, we'll be able to tell you which businesses to stay away from and which ones will be really good investments. We'll go through the numbers in the tax returns and the P&L statements and everything in between. After we do all of that, then we'll begin the transfer process. In the transfer process, you're going to have to deal with accountants, landlords, and banks to get financing. But again, this is something we're very well versed in and something we'll hold your hand all the way through. After this step, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to the closing table, you're going to sign the documents, and the business will be in your hands. From there, we call it the post-closing process, which is you sitting down with the seller for maybe 2 weeks, a little bit longer sometimes, and learning everything that it takes to run the business. After that, the best part ever, which is to make money from your new investment. This sounds very simple, but it can be a very difficult process. But with the help of somebody like me, it will be simple. So I hope you will reach out to me and we'll go through this process together. Thank you.
Anyway, what makes us unique versus any other business brokerage in town is the fact that we don't just do business brokerage. And when I say business brokerage, we sell independent to franchises from zero in revenue to all the way to 30 million. But then we do franchise consulting, and one of my team members is a franchise consultant. That's what she does every day. So what franchise consulting means is that if someone wants to move from the corporate America over to the business world and wants to establish a brand new franchise, she's the consultant that they're going to work with. Franchise development, let's say someone has got a great concept. They don't have the $400,000 to open a new branch, but they want to expand. We go in there and we help them to create a franchise. And then we don't just give them the paperwork, but we also help them identify franchisees, new franchisees, and make sure they are qualified. And obviously, the process will go smoothly. I have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So obviously, how we go from this to the next one, and I will leave you with this. Some people probably recognize the guy. Actually, the guys. Anyone? Plays NFL? Okay. So Cam Newton is one of our clients. We helped him to actually get a sports bar, a luxury sports bar, and I will just leave you with this picture. Thanks.